encumbrance certificate basically is a certificate of assurance which says that this particular property does not have any other rights over it. For example, say somebody wants to purchase a property, but he doesn't know whether that property has been mortgaged or has been leased, or some third-party transactions have also taken place. So how will I know that this property does not have any other charge already created on it? So if that is my query, so I approach the local municipal authority where I get myself an encumbrance certificate, which will say that either this property is free from encumbrance, which could be mortgage, which could be third-party sales, because sometimes you hear that there are 2-3 transactions done on the same property and people are defrauded that way. So an encumbrance certificate, once you get from the municipal authority, will actually demonstrate that this property is free from encumbrances, and one can go ahead and make a purchase and enter into any sort of transaction in respect to that property. If they were to come up with a conclusion that already a charge has been created, so it will caution and the prospective buyer to not engage in any further transaction. So he will be definitely protected with his money. An encumbrance certificate, somebody who's not sure of the transaction, or who's not sure whether the seller is genuine or not, or who has doubts whether that property has been mortgaged previously or not, one can definitely get themselves an encumbrance certificate, because that will be a proof that this property is free from any kind of third-party rights. There's no mandatory requirement to get an encumbrance certificate. Sometimes what happens is that, say I want to apply for a loan, and I want to apply for a loan on the basis of a collateral property which I want to sort of use as a collateral, as a security. In that eventuality, the bank may demand that you provide us an encumbrance certificate. So if I want to buy, if I know the seller and if I have trust in the seller and I have done my basic due diligence and I'm satisfied with whatever data is available with me, I may not even need an encumbrance certificate. But in that eventuality that I have trust issues, I am not confident, or I feel that it is better and more precautionary, especially considering the real estate mess we are in. There are umpteen number of instances where people have been cheated of their money because one particular property has been sold to different buyers and people have literally run away with the money. So one can definitely for assurance, for satisfaction, for peace of mind, can definitely avail an encumbrance certificate, but it's not a mandatory requirement. As long as that parcel of land can be sold, it is saleable, definitely you can provide, because after all, that particular transaction of that asset can take place. And if that transaction is possible, that means there are a chance that it has been sold to multiple people and somebody has just eloped with the money. So in that situation, we must in all circumstances, wherever a transaction is possible of that particular piece of land, one can definitely seek a encumbrance certificate. Very, very nominal charges, and the process takes about 15 to 30 days. Let's assume a situation. I can answer you with the help of an example. That I obtained an encumbrance certificate which says that this property is free from any kinds of encumbrance, and yet a third-party person appears before the concerned authority and says that that this property has already been sold to me and I have the papers in my favor. And eventually these matters go to court because I am also the rightful owner. The other person also says that he's the rightful owner. Now it is the encumbrance certificate which will prove and establish the case in my favor, and my bona fides will be established to justify that yes, I did all due diligence, I had my encumbrance certificate, and on that basis I entered into. So, and it is not done by a private body, it's done by the government municipal body. So your right, your claim for that property is on a better footing as compared to the person who does not have that encumbrance certificate. Because ultimately, as a lawyer, I can advise, because once it goes to court, what will stand and what will put you on a better footing in comparison to the others. So that piece of document will definitely weigh in your favor.
Please like and share this video and do subscribe to MBTV.